Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about all things kids chores. And I'm going to be answering a couple of questions that I've received. First question, what chores do I assign my kids? How do I schedule their chores into their daily routine? And then how do I encourage them when implementing a new system or a new routine? Why chores are serving our family? Let's jump right in. Welcome to Plan, Prep, Pray. Hey girlie, my name is Wendy and I am a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 little ones, and on this channel I talk about all things productivity, tips, methods, and resources, because peaceful presence can be found when we are good stewards of our time. Now this is a collaboration with my friend Yasmin over at Mommy on the Move. Yasmin is a mom of 4 and she has older girls who, in my opinion, are just so capable. She has done such a good job at fostering independence in them and just nurturing them and really equipping them when it comes to chores, when it comes to age-appropriate chores. So I would definitely check out her video. Her video is not out yet. It will be out on Wednesday. So head over to her channel. I'll link her channel in the description. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video when it comes out. She is full of good tips and she is very adamant about raising very capable children. So just wisdom over there all around. So definitely head over there and subscribe so that you don't miss that video when it comes out on Wednesday. So in our home, we look at chores as family contributions. We look at it as you contributing to the family as a whole. And so it is actually service to our family is how we look at chores. We truly believe that many hands make light work. By requiring family contributions for our children, that we are actually equipping them and training them for adulthood. All right, so what chores do I assign our children? Well, let me start by saying that children are way more capable than you think. I've got an article linked in the description from Focus on the Family. This article goes through different age groups, listing the different chores that the different age groups are capable of doing. And it's a great article, or I wouldn't have linked it. But I will say that, for example, my 3-year-old can unload the washer, place the clothes in the dryer, and start the dryer all on his own. And that is not because of that's not necessarily his age group task that he should be able to do. Because I've kept him right beside me as I've done chores from when he was very little, he's always been fully capable of helping. And at first it was just observing me. Then he wanted to help a little bit with me, and now he's fully capable with me supervising him of doing it on his own. So what your children are capable of doing can sometimes far surpass what the age appropriate chore would be for them. It just really depends on training. So that is why I truly recommend having children work alongside you while you work. It does make the task take more time. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does. It's not easy to have an 18-month-old doing everything that you're doing, but that 18-month-old turns into an adult, and I don't want to take care of an adult. So in the sense that I want my adult children to be able to care for themselves and to be able to care for a home and not come to me with their basket of laundry when they have break from school. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to the specific chores that I assign for my children, there is a difference in my home between family chores and personal chores. So when it comes to family chores, my older 2, my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old, are capable of loading and unloading the dishwasher. My 3-year-old is responsible for unloading the silverware, and so he's able to take out the silverware and separate it and put it away. Both my 10-year-old and 6-year-old can do the laundry from start to finish. I'm talking about separating, placing it in the washer, washer, placing it in the dryer, taking it out of the dryer, sorting it, putting it away. The only thing that they're not able to do is fold sheets, but they can fold towels. They can separate all the clothes and put it away. All my children, for the most part, are capable of putting away their clothes, even the baby. I say all that to say that it took me like a year to train them to be able to do that. But I can say, Sean, go do a load of clothes. Samaya, go do a load of clothes, especially when we're backed up, especially when we've been on the trip. Me, I can do one, Sean can do one, Samaya can do one, and we can have 3 loads done, and it's not all on me. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is when it came to my 6-year-old, she was having trouble loading the laundry detergent into the washer. And so I placed the detergent tub in a way that she can just push the button and it lands directly into the dispenser. And she was also having issues carrying the laundry basket if it was too heavy, carrying it from the laundry room to the living room to separate it. And so I told her, I'm like, hey, just call somebody and ask. Mommy can take it, Sean can take it, anybody can take it from the washroom and put it in the living room so that you can separate it. Not a problem at all. And so whenever we encountered little hiccups, I tried to change the environment to allow for her to be independent and being able to do this task on her own, or with help, you know. But rather than being like, oh, she's just too young, she's not, you know, big enough to hold heavy stuff or whatever the situation is. Sometimes that is the case, but I try to think of creative ways that I can manipulate the environment so that my children are capable. Now, all my children can help with taking care of the puppy in some way. So my oldest can walk, feed, pick up poop, all the things, training. So can my 6-year-old. My 3-year-old can feed the puppy, and that's it. And then my 18-month-old helps with feeding the puppy. So I'll take out the scoop for her and have her dump it. I'll fill up the water container and have her do it. So I try to do that with her at least a couple times a week so that she gets used to it. Who knows, that could be her chore. Now, every single last one of my children has a monthly room that they are responsible for blitzing. And so that room, they're responsible for picking up and sweeping that room. So for my oldest, he has the dining room and the kitchen island, which usually gets a lot, like it's right in front of the house. So that's what people see or get to first. So that's where everything's dumped. And so he's responsible for picking up the dining room. We school in the dining room table. We eat in the dining room table, just like it's the heart of the home. So he's responsible for picking that area up and picking up the island and sweeping 3 times a day. And then my 6-year-old is responsible for the living room and the dining room, or I'm sorry, the living room and the family room. She's responsible for picking that area up and sweeping. And I am responsible for the kitchen, just making sure that it's clean, there's no dishes in the sink, that kind of stuff. So that's my personal area that I do 3 times a day. We also deep clean one room in our home every single day. And so depending on what room that is, whether it's the kids' bedroom or it's the living room or it's the dining room, we all come together to deep clean that room. So I'll have some wiping down the walls, I'll have some sweeping up the floor, I'll have some dusting or whatever the situation is. But many hands make light work, and so we're able to deep clean that one room all together, knock it out in about 30 to 40 minutes, and that's it. The goal is that they will be capable eventually of deep cleaning a room on their own, and then we can just have one day a week where we deep clean, and then everybody just goes to their different deep cleaning rooms and they deep clean it, and that is it. Hashtag goals, right? So we are constantly training, and so what we are working on training currently is we are working on training with sweeping and mopping with the older ones. I try to give them tools that help them sweep and mop, and so I've got a dustpan with a stick, and I've got the Swiffer rather than like a mop, so things that they're fully capable of utilizing as well. So it's very important to think about the tools. I am training my 3-year-old to wipe down the dining room table and the chairs and tuck and push them in, as well as, like I said, the utensils that he's putting away. My baby, she follows me everywhere, so everything I'm doing, she's doing. If I'm washing dishes, she's washing dishes. If I'm wiping something down, she's wiping it down as well. So she's always next to me. Now, how do I schedule their chores into their routines or into their daily routines is pretty much their chores are like I said, divided into family chores and personal chores. Now, their personal chores, which is they're responsible for waking themselves up, so they have an alarm clock that wakes them up, that lets them know when it's time to get up, it's green, or when it's not time to get up, it's red, stay in bed, and stuff like that. And it does morning and night. They're also responsible, it does waking up in the morning and nap time. They're also responsible for filling up their water bottles every single morning. This makes sure that it decreases the amount of cups that I'm washing every day, and also make sure that they're hydrated. So I've also got a couple of other things that I do or resources that I use that really help keep us productive, so I'll link that video up above. They are also responsible for getting themselves dressed. Every single last one of my children can go into their bins in their closet, grab a shirt and a pair of pants, and it will match, because we do capsule wardrobe. I have a video about how we do capsule wardrobe for our children, so I'll link that up above as well. But they can go grab a shirt and pair of pants and be amazingly dressed, and they match. With my 18-month-old, she is currently learning how to dress herself, so I'm working with her on learning how to put on her pants, and then we'll work on her shirt and stuff like that. My 3-year-old's fully capable of dressing himself. It took about 6 months, but we're there, and I'm happy. So he can dress himself from head to toe. My 2 older ones are responsible for brushing their teeth in the morning. I brush their teeth at night. It's just a thing. I brush their teeth at night, and then my 2 little ones, I brush their teeth. Bathing. So we are training my 3-year-old into bathing himself. My older 2 can bathe themselves, and the baby is just splashing around in the water. Cleaning up their bedrooms. We have a girls' room and a boys' room, so the 2 older ones are in charge of their bedrooms, and so, you know, they're in charge of somewhat encouraging their younger sibling to help clean up their bedroom. They have to clean their bedroom twice a day, in the morning and at night. But one of the pros of being minimal and also cleaning at night is that there's not that much to clean in the morning, and there's not that much to clean at night because they don't spend all day in their bedroom. So just staying on top of it and maintaining it has really helped. Another thing that may not seem like a chore or a task, but to me it is their schoolwork. So this year we are training on independence when it comes to their schoolwork, and so using their planners, they each have a list of their schoolwork, and they're to go through and check every single last thing that's required of them for the day, which I take time to write at night. So they're to go through and check every single last thing that's required for them for the day, and then there's a second check mark which I check that it is completed. And so this kind of gives them a sense of independence when it comes to their schoolwork, building a sense of ownership for their own education, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the autonomy. I'm loving the self-motivation. I've got one that first thing in the morning, all right, once I'm done with my family contribution, I'm going to get my work done so I don't have to worry about this anymore, and my technology / free time is not hindered in the afternoon. And I've got another one that, you know, takes forever to do their contribution, lays around a little bit, tired, you know, but you know, to each their own. To each their own. Also, how that works with my schoolwork time, like, or group subjects, is, you know, you have your thing to do and you know when you have to do it by, but when it's time for us to drop everything at 9 o'clock and start our school subjects, we drop everything and start our school subjects, then you can go back to doing it. So you can have everything done beforehand, or you can have everything done after. It's up to you. It could take you all day, but make wise choices, I guess. So that's pretty much how we do it. During the morning routine, they do a lot of the personal responsibilities that are required of them. Then after that, we do our blitz, And so after the blitz of each room, we do the deep cleaning of that one room, and then school, then free time, then our evening routine, which includes another blitz. Oh, we do a blitz after lunch as well. So 3 blitz throughout the day, 1 time to deep clean, and morning and evening tasks, which require doing a load of laundry, that kind of stuff, if it's your day to do laundry. All right, so now when it comes to encouraging our children when it comes to doing their chores and starting new routines and things like that, talk to them. You know, that's one of my #1 recommendations, is talk to them, set expectations, so let them know what is going to happen, let them know why it is happening, discuss with them what to expect and what is expected of them. I think a lot of the times just a simple conversation can help with a lot of pushback that you get. My second suggestion would be make it visual. Make it visual for them. Write a checklist or put pictures. That concreteness of it kind of helps guide them through the routine and kind of helps guide them through what is expected of them. I remember when we first started doing the homeschool checklist prior to the planner, I would make a photo of each one of their curriculum, the front cover of each one of their curriculum, and cut that out and make like the checklist that way. That way they can see which curriculum I'm talking about when I say language arts, or what I'm talking about when I say math and stuff like that. So that helps as well. And then take time to train. You know, training is not only, hey, this is how you do it, go ahead and do it. Training can take weeks, it can take years in some situations. Training is very vital and it's very important, and it should be, or in my opinion, what has worked best when it comes to training, model it for them, have them watch you do it, then do it with them. You both are doing it, you're both doing different parts of it, you're doing it together, you're doing it at the same time. Do it with them. Then they'll do it completely on their own, but you're still there. You're right there. You're watching them. You're not really intervening much, but if there's small parts that are missing, you'll let them know, but you're just there. And then #4, letting them do it on their own. And then you might go back and check, you know, and stuff like that, but just letting go and letting them do it on their own. So that can take anywhere from a week to a year, you know what I mean, depending on what the task is. So training is so important when it comes to setting up new systems and new routines and new chores and new expectations. The other thing that I find, you know, just incredibly encouraging is using when then. So when you're done with your morning routine, then you get breakfast. When we're done with schoolwork, then you get technology time. So when, then. There's a natural progression in your day between hard stuff and fun stuff, and hard stuff and fun stuff. I find that you have more drive to get through the hard stuff so that you can get to the fun stuff. Lastly, I say keep it light and fun, you know, keep it enjoyable. I had a video about how we keep things fun, and I talk about just like playing music and just having fun, that we were made to work, you know? It doesn't have to always be this drudgery. So joke and kid and connect, and even work, it can be bonding. So definitely recommend keeping it light and fun. If you like these types of videos on all things how to help your children be more capable and help in the home and things like that, go ahead and hit the like button. It's a way of letting me know that you like this kind of stuff, and letting me know to make more of it. If you'd like to see a video of our children's capsule wardrobe, click this video right here, and until next time, bye.